Hello, my name is Dr. Faiza, and we'll start with a new series called Let's Talk Skin with Dr. Faiza. Okay, today we'll be studying about the anatomy and physiology of skin. So, how does our skin look to you? Does it differ in each and everybody of you? If you see, one has another skin tone, another person has another skin tone, and the texture also differs. If you see, so why is it so? Is it because of your, it may be because of your skin products you using? Maybe you are thinking that the skin products are not working with you, or whatever the climate you stay in, so that makes your skin tone different. Yes, it may affect, all these factors may definitely affect your skin, but first we have to see what is skin. Okay, so let's study and let's talk about that. So what does the human skin comprises of? If you see, the first layer which we see, which we all have, uh, that is visible to us, is the epidermal layer. An epidermal layer itself has many other layers as well. So the main thing which comprises the epidermis is the superior level. It's above the topmost layer of the skin is the epidermis. Then comes the dermis, which is not visible to the naked eye at all. Okay, not even a single layer is seen. If it's seen, then there may be a cutaneous condition you are suffering from. Okay, then another layer which is there is subcutaneous fat. Okay, or hypodermis. There may be muscle which may lay underneath that. Okay, but basically only epidermis, dermis, and subcutaneous fat is the main layer. So let's talk about the layers of epidermis. From below upwards, if we see, there is stratum basale, the basal layer. Then above it is stratum spinosum, the spinous layer, and there is stratum granulosum. Then there is stratum corneum. If you want to remember this from below down and upwards, it is BSGC. That is basale, spinosum, granulosum, and corneum. Each of them has their own properties and own function. And also there is another layer found, that is called stratum lucidum, which is found sometimes, mostly it is found in your palmar region and in your plantar region. So that's why you see there is thickness seen in your palm and your plantar areas. So the epidermis is found to be thickest on the palms and soles because of the stratum lucidum adding to the already existing layers of epidermis, as I've already mentioned, and it measured about approximately 1.5 millimeter. The epidermal layer is thinnest on the eyelid, measuring about 0.1 millimeter. So the layer which is of topmost concern to everybody is stratum corneum. It is because the layer which we are seeing when we see our hands, when we see our feet, is the stratum corneum. So it is the thickest layer, and also it is called a dead layer because it does not contain, the cells of it does not contain any nucleus. Also, the stratum corneum has important function to carry out, which is a barrier function, and this is because it helps in preventing entry of microbes from the environment in the body. Also, vice versa, it prevents leakage of the fluids from the body to the environment. Also, another function of it has, it consists of natural moisturizing factors and lipids in it. So what is the function of natural moisturizing factors? It has a humectant property. It is a water binding quality of this stratum corneum. It imparts that, and because of that our skin looks hydrated. And what we want to achieve is like a glass skin and anything like that. So the natural moisturizing factors of this stratum corneum layer is to be maintained. And another thing is the lipid layer, and the lipid is important for the moisturizing of this layer, the superficial layer, which is the stratum corneum, which we see. So the major lipids found in stratum corneum are to be ceramides, cholesterol and fatty acid. Yes, you heard me right. This cholesterol also involved in this lipid. These lipids impart the moisturizing effect on your skin, which we see. So that's why the majority of our moisturizers, if we see, must contain ceramides at least, or fatty acids, ceramides. Why the ceramides are imparted in latest all of the moisturizers available in the market, and the highest level of ceramides in it gives us more moisturizing benefits. So that's why, because the lipid is important for us. So why are we studying epidermal layer and the dermal layer of the skin today? Is because it's important to study the properties of epidermis in order to understand which cosmetic procedure, which cosmetic products can suit a certain patient. Suppose a person has a dry condition and a dry skin type. That is because of the natural lipid and the natural moisturizing factor is lacking in the stratum corneum layer. So we have to add on that. We have to give the patient the similar products which has more in it, which has more lipids in it, which has more ceramides in it. So that is why it is very necessary to learn what is epidermis and what sort of important function it carries out.